Good morning, everyone. Good morning. Good morning. Happy Saturday. I want to welcome everyone on our weekly Saturday morning No Guts, No Sorry. Today I'm coming to you live from Grand Lake of the Cherokees in Grove, Oklahoma. We had a house full of people at our lake house. My sister and her family, my brother's coming today they showed up in the middle of the night with their family. So Dave and I decided to stay at one of our Airbnbs. We call it the Cardinal House. And it was an amazing way to wake up. I woke up this morning. I sat at Nana Cindy's round oak table, listened to a beautiful thunderstorm crashing with thunder. It rained. Now it's a little bit cooler out, but Dave says there is a heck of a storm coming. So I might have to make this a short live this morning, but it's beautiful. Lake's back behind us. Birds are chirping. There's deer in the yard. And there's just something about nature, just being connected and taking a deep breath. So I decided to do my No Guts, No Sorry from the back porch. If it starts to rain, move inside, but it's a little bit dark in there. So anyway, good morning, everyone. We are doing a series in my coaching group. Any of you that would like to be personally coached, we go every day on a short live like this. And then once a week, we all meet up on a Zoom where we see each other's faces. We set goals. We talk about our dreams, our goals, our setbacks, our comebacks, strategy session, and just some coaching for anybody that's trying to navigate their way through this crazy thing called life. Business coaching, relationship coaching, financial coaching, spiritual coaching. We have a lot of great guests. So if you're interested in that, you can send me a message and I can give you the link, or you can go to davidandbarb.com/the word best. davidandbarb.com/best. And here comes the wind. I might have to move inside. But we are going to share together for a few minutes. I'm doing a series called How to Manifest Anything You Dream of, Making Your Dreams a Reality in 40 Days. And you guys, you can have a life-changing experience in just the next few weeks. You can have a life-changing experience. In 90 days, you could literally experience more freedom, more happiness, more love, more money than you ever dreamt possible. But it's a mindset. It's you having a paradigm shift. So I will take you through a short recap of our coaching, what we've done. For those of you that aren't paying, you'll get a little freebie today. This is kind of a walkthrough what we've done in the last 7 days. So day one, we really talked about what we are manifesting. What do you want to bring to reality in your life? You can't talk about what you don't want. You have to focus on what you want. And that's really a hard thing. I have a little band that I teach people to snap every time they have a negative thought, because sometimes we don't even realize how negative we are about a situation. And we manifest everything we don't want because we just can't stop stirring it up, discussing it, focusing on it. And what we focus on grows. Energy is everything, and everything is energy. So number one is, what are you manifesting on a daily basis? And then number two, what is your vision? Where would you like to live? Who would you like to work for? Where would you like to be located? Oh my goodness. I feel like a newscaster that's standing outside when we're about to experience a hurricane. This must be what they feel like when they have buffers and oh, how exciting. I love the sound of the rain, the wind, the trees. It's worth it, right? So day one of your journey, you really visualize what it is that you want. And for most people, they've stopped dreaming. They've stopped even thinking that there's a different life possible because they get so stuck in a rut. And stuck in a rut, really, the true tragedy in life is not when you die. It's people that are on this planet stuck in a rut, no dreams, no goals, no direction, depression, debt, anger, fear, resentment. The only difference in a rut and a grave is that one has a lid on it. And for any of you that have potential and you have dreams and goals and you just feel stuck, Brian Tracy describes it as someone that feels like they're getting their oxygen cut off, right? To operate on 10% of your potential when you were destined to be great. I mean, what a sin, you guys. God gave all of us all different gifts, all different talents. We need to be using them. So visualize what it is that you're going to be manifesting. I believe that the key to happiness is realization of a worthwhile dream, like your chief aim, not today, but where do you want to be in 30 days, 60 days, 90 days? That's the beginning. And then you've got to have a vision. So your vision must be your vision board, your dream board. Yesterday, my family went on a trip all around the lake. Dave and I were back at the house. We were getting everything ready for dinner. And I was like, where are you guys? What are you doing? My sister sent me back. We're dream building. You guys, this is my key. I do that step every single day of my life. If I'm in a new city, I take a different route so I can go look at the beautiful homes. If I'm on the lake, I will promise you, I have my Zillow app open and I am looking what's available in this area. Scoot up out of the rain here. That is how I found this house. Zillow, looking on Zillow. Every day, my Pinterest board, my Zillow app, I'm looking for the next dream, the next goal, the next Airbnb, the next investment. I love real estate. Maybe yours isn't real estate. Maybe you collect cars. Maybe you do the stock market. Maybe you sell something on Etsy. Whatever it is that you do, you've got to be obsessed, like a magnificent obsession. Don't do it halfway. Feed your energy. What you focus on is going to grow. People don't dream big because they're afraid that they're just getting their hopes up. That dream can never become a reality. But the realization of a dream happens when it's repetition every day, thinking about it, looking at it, see it, smell it, feel it, go drive by. The more you visualize it, the more it's going to come to fruition. And sometimes when I really need a boost, I'll just tell Dave, let's go walk through an open house. I'll call my realtor. I'll say, let's go walk through it. Because sometimes just looking at the picture, it's raining, is not enough. You actually need to go stand there and put yourself in the picture. Take a picture of you in the driveway, by the car, in the entryway of the house, whatever it is. And some of you might think, oh, what a waste of time. I could never buy that house. It's not a waste of time because when you go look, even if you're not going to buy that house, your mind doesn't know the difference in what's real and what's imagined. So all of a sudden, your subconscious mind goes to sleep thinking about visualizing that you are in the house, even if you're not going to be. You guys want to watch the beautiful rainstorm happening here? It is pouring. You can hear it. I wish you guys could smell it. I wish you were sitting right here next to me, having our coffee, having this conversation. But you got to go deeper. What kind of a job or career do you really want? When we were on the boat, there was a lot of young kids, one kid that just graduated high school. So what are you going into college for? Finance. I said, oh my gosh, that's awesome. You could work for us in finance, building their dream, making them think, what is the possibility? Driving around the lake. What if you could have and be and do anything you dreamt of? You could open a business. You could come out with an idea. You could patent a product. You could invent something. Our neighbor lives in a mansion, invented one fishing lure. The next one's over, invested in a McDonald's franchise. Well, our friends were here this week looking for locations for their franchise. They have a cookie franchise. For $25,000, you can have the recipe, have the dough, have the logo already, have the trademark, have the system to sell the cookies, just like a Crumble. And Crumble, you got to have 1.2 million, but Chipped, only 25,000. You guys, the payment on 25,000, probably less than $200-300 a month, but most people will never take a risk. And the reason why a franchise is someone's already figured it all out for you. You don't have to be the inventor, right? You can just plug into all their hard work, give them a little cut, and you can have your own perpetual money-making machine. Not just where you want to work, but what do your days look like? Do you wake up to an alarm clock or do you wake up whenever you want? Do you work out in the heat all day because you own a landscaping business, or are you an artist that paints in your gallery or writes your book? And people will say, Barb, don't be crazy. Like, that could never happen for me. You're 100% right if that's the way you think. You've got to bring your vision to life and then setting your intentions. On our weekly Zoom, everyone's faces were showing. We went around at the end of the Zoom and said, what will we manifest in the month of August? So you've got to think it's the first week of the month. By August 31st, where do you want to be? What will your life look like? Dave and I will have sold a property. We will have moved everything out of that property into storage to get ready for the next property. We are working on some really big things that aren't going to be ready for a while, but every day I know that we're getting closer, and I know where we want to be in business as far as that timeline on the last day of the month. We're working on some new platforms on our websites. I know where we're going with our private label company, with our salon, with our sales, our stores. You've got to categorize your entire life. Where will your relationships be? How will they move ahead by the end of the month? Your finances. Are you going to be traveling? Are you setting a goal for that? We know that Lola's birthday is on the 24th, and 3 days from now, she's going to be getting ready to go to kindergarten. And so I see myself there with her, learning about her first day of school, all the boys and, their first week of school, having the birthday party. You've got to have something that you're looking forward to. And if you don't, you're probably negative, down in the dumps, stuck in a rut, just kind of like a ship without a rudder, just floating around. When you set your intentions, it's not, I want to by the end of the month. It feels so good to have moved everything out of that property that we sold. It feels so good to have that money in the bank. It feels so good to have traveled and held the new baby and celebrated with our grandkids. And now we're back home, embarking on the month of September. Labor Day is coming. Like, you've got to see yourself and begin with the end in mind, saying it out loud. It feels so good that all the bills are paid. It feels so good to have money in savings. It feels so good to be this much further in my whatever project it has. And you've got to begin today with the end in mind, like you've already done it. Play the end of the movie. Like, this isn't a dress rehearsal. You all have the pen. You're writing the script. And no matter how bad your life is, there can be a plot twist any minute. And it can be good or it can go bad. But it's your thinking that makes it so. My good friend this morning posted from a hospital bed. Her appendix had ruptured and she had the surgery, and she went home, and then she developed infection and was back in there. And she said it had been the worst 2 weeks of her life, but she didn't have to walk too far down the hall to realize how fortunate she is to have another chance. And sometimes we have to put things into perspective. We think our lives are so bad. Oh, your kids are driving you crazy. They're absolutely being rotten. But I have a friend who lost her child 2 days ago, and she can't even hardly speak the words yet. Funeral, autopsy, what she's going to do as a memorial. When you think you've got it bad, there's always somebody that has it way worse. And the fact that you have another chance, another day, breath, you've got to start out being so full of gratitude. And then connecting to a higher power. When we're talking about gratitude, I don't know what your beliefs are, and it's your choice what you believe in. I am a very non-judgmental person, but I have learned when my partner in everything is a higher power, I win. When I think I can control, I can, be the one. I mean, I do have control because I myself make a commitment and my intention is set and I know what I'm manifesting. But without that higher power, I am manifesting nothing but struggle, learning lessons over and over again until I get them right. And you've really got to create your own ritual. I love mornings. I love to wake up, to drink my coffee, to read, to pray, to write, to think, to co-create. Some people, it's late in the evening. Some people have a meditation room. Some people do yoga. Some people, it's church 5 nights a week. You do what works for you. But I know for me, and for me, it's the Lord Jesus Christ 100%. I have to just get on my knees and ask for guidance and strength and favor and direction and comfort in every day in all things. And when I do, with the right intention, things work out. When I waver from that and I'm not stopping, I'm going 100 miles an hour, I'm not praying, I'm not, making that divine connection, I struggle. And if you're struggling, check yourself. Maybe that is one area. And lastly, you've got to make this a practice. How you wake up in the morning, how you go to bed at night. Are you listening to the news or are you looking at your dream board? Are you reading everything on Facebook and TikTok? And, it's crazy because people will be like, oh, it's funny, it's negative, it's whatever, it's just entertainment. But I have learned if you let the devil in with just one foot, he'll take over the whole room. And once he gets one room, he'll take over your whole house. I mean, what are you putting in here? And is it worth it? Who's renting space in your brain? And is that okay? Raise the rent, kick them out. You can't afford the conversations. You can't afford the power of association. And sometimes people don't even realize that they're destined to fail because of their daily environment, their daily conversations. They're manifesting what's all around them, like a cancer on a rampant, growth. What a beautiful thunderstorm. It is pouring, you guys. Can you hear the rain? Can you see the water? Heaven, I'm telling you. We should move inside before the lightning and everything else happens. But make this your spiritual practice. I'm telling you guys, it has worked for me since 1996. I learned it when I was in high school, but I thought it was weird. I went to a lot of big seminars for direct sales companies that I failed in before I met Dave. But I really didn't fail because it gave me the foundation that I know today has helped me for so long. That foundation when I was a little girl with my grandma going to church. At the time, it was annoying. I didn't want to go to church every night of the week. But the foundation, the roots that you were brought up with, those roots are so deep that if you just get back to a good foundation, it doesn't matter how much the wind blows. It doesn't matter what happens. Lightning might strike down this tree, right? But the roots, when the winds come, when the floods are there, when it's blowing and raining and blowing and raining, that oak tree with the deep roots is not going to waver. And you guys, that's you in business, in life, in your marriage, in your dreams, in your goals. It's got to be so big that you have a burning desire that you can see it coming to fruition. And no matter what happens, you will never, ever, ever give up. So if you want more, we do this every single day in our best coaching group. If you just want to tune in once a week, I'm so excited that you guys tune in. If you got anything out of today, please share it with a friend or a coworker. Tag your, neighbor, your whoever you know that might be struggling, because I'm telling you, your life can change just like that. It's a paradigm shift up here, and it goes from here to here. And then when you practice on it every single day and you visualize it, you will bring to fruition. You become what you think about every single day. And that's the Earl Nightingale's strangest secret for decades and decades now. But it's not just Earl Nightingale. It says it in the Bible. As a man thinketh, so is he. Seek and you shall find, right? Ask and it will be given. Knock and the door will be open. Most people never knock. Most people never ask. Most people never seek because they think, this is how I grew up. This is just the way it is. This is just my life. It's all gloom and doom. Things happen in threes. Like you hear all this negative just on and on and on, and it keeps showing up. The power of the tongue and the power of the mind, you put them together. When Dave and I were bouncing checks and we were 23 and we couldn't even buy formula for Chance, literally our car was repossessed. Dave was arrested at Brooklyn's birthday party for a $7 formula check in front of all of my family. I will tell you guys, it was that moment where we made a decision. And our mentor said, even if you don't have any money, you say, money's coming at me from all directions. I have no idea where it's coming from. I just accept it. And it felt so weird. People would say, oh my God, you guys are being brainwashed. If you keep hanging around those people, they're going to brainwash you. You guys, it was the best brainwashing I ever had. Because what's the opposite of that? Life sucks, then you die. Same shit, different day. Thank God it's Friday. So you can what? Have 2 days of the week that you actually like your life and then it sucks for 5 more days. That's your choice. That is your choice. And when you make a decision that you're going to think differently, and you watch the power of your tongue, and you speak differently, and you build your dreams, and you create a vision, and you hang around people that have more, you will have more. You hang around people that do more, you will do more. You hang around a couple that's happy, you'll be a couple that's happy. And you hang around a guy that treats his wife like crap, you'll probably start getting treated like crap, because it's power of association. So raise the bar, decide what you want to manifest. Dave and I are very protective of our energy. We have thousands of acquaintances, very few close friends. We don't hang out with a lot of people. We're kind of not very social because we can't afford it. Like, we can't afford the conversations. We can't afford to be in the middle of the muck. And the thing is, I love you, all of you. And I would love to hang out with all of you. But it depends on your energy. Because when that tide rises, all the boats float at that level. And that's why I started coaching. That's why I love mentoring, because we can create a ripple effect that is all good, abundance, favor, happiness, wealth, health, freedom. We are manifesting so much good stuff over here. And I'm telling you guys, don't say I'm just lucky, because I've probably had more adversity than most of you will ever have in a lifetime just this year. It's my mindset, it's my attitude, and it's the visualization that I have that things will get better. And no matter what you're going through, you'll be okay. Maybe not today, but you will be okay. And God always gives us what we need. Think about when you've struggled. You're still here today. He always gives you exactly what you need, and usually not a whole lot more. So what's the secret to that? Raise your level of necessity. Manifesting, and how you manifest all of your dreams in 40 days is the course that I'm teaching right now. So excited to share with all of you. We'll be doing this every week in August. This is week 1. Decide what you're manifesting, get your vision, set your intention, connect to your higher power, and do this on a ritual. You set up your own, routine that you do, but do it on the daily, and you'll be surprised what you will manifest in the next 30 to 40 days. So you guys have an amazing day. I'm getting wet out here, and it is raining on my Mac. So I'm going to say goodbye, and I'll see you next Saturday on No Guts, No Story. Have a great day, everyone.